So I get a lot of folks who are really interested in Cape Coral, but they have some questions or concerns, and they aren't sure if maybe living further north is the right option for them. So today we're going to play a game called Cape Coral or further north. And I'm going to go through a series of criteria or questions to help you decide if Cape Coral is a good fit for you or if maybe you should travel further north. Now, I'm not discounting other towns that are to the east or south, but for a lot of people, they can't decide between Sarasota or Bradenton or Lakewood Ranch or Cape Coral, so I'm going to stick to that particular geographic area. So here we go. We're going to start off with a softball question. If you are a boater or you want to live the salt life boating lifestyle, Cape Coral, hands down, no question. There is so much availability. There are more canals in Venice, Italy. There are hundreds of miles of waterfront property to choose from. You can't match that anywhere else in the state. So if that is your top priority, definitely start with Cape Coral. Okay, retirees, if you are looking for a 55+ community with all the resort amenities, you have to look further north. Cape Coral does not have any 55+ communities like that. You're gonna need to go up into Venice, or there's a Del Webb in Northport that's not too far. Further north of that, Sarasota, of course, Lakewood Ranch and Bradenton. And even above that in the town of Parrish, there is actually a Del Webb there. So resort style amenities for 55+, you're going to have to go outside of Cape Coral. What if you have a family, meaning you may have young kids? Well, Cape Coral is a good option. It does have very high rated schools, and the affordability there is still pretty decent compared to Sarasota, for example. There are some activities, there's some great sports. However, I feel like if you want to do some really big excursions, we found that when we were living in Cape Coral, we were always going further north. So it's kind of a toss-up there. In contrast to that, living in Lakewood Ranch or Bradenton or Sarasota, you also have schools that are highly rated, but I feel like there is more to do for younger people. You have the springs that are a little bit further north, you have the amusement parks that are a little bit closer. You're gonna have the same amenities for the most part there that you have in Cape Coral, so I feel like for kids there's more to do north of Cape Coral. Beach access, north of Cape Coral. Cape Coral doesn't have a beach. Well, it does. It has like a beach that's at the base of the river, but it's not a beach that you're going to think of like the major beaches of Sanibel or Fort Myers or Sarasota. So if you want beach access, I would recommend going further north. The beaches in Sarasota, Siesta Key, the Bradenton beaches, they're wonderful. They're really, really pretty, as are the beaches south of Cape Coral. But if I were in Cape Coral and I wanted to go to the beach, to me the better beaches are further north. So if you are a very beach-oriented person, you might as well just move further north. A more laid-back lifestyle environment, probably Cape Coral or Venice. Both Cape Coral and Venice definitely tend to be a little bit more relaxed feeling. That doesn't mean that the areas further north are stressy. It's just that Cape Coral just feels a little bit more chill. And you could take that as a pro or a con, but it feels a little bit more, I don't want to say sleepy, but it has had that reputation in the past. And if you spend a lot of time in areas outside of Cape Coral and then go back to Cape Coral, you tend to feel like it's just a little bit more still. Culture, and I mean as far as things to do culture, north. Sarasota specifically. I think Sarasota is so vibrant. I'm actually going to include St. Pete in that because I absolutely love the variety that's in St. Petersburg. But for museums and for nightlife and for shows and things like that, I don't think you can beat Sarasota along this coast. Definitely north of Cape Coral. Diversity, Cape Coral. Or maybe Bradenton. But Cape Coral and Bradenton have a lot of similarities, and from a diversity standpoint, I think that both of those cities have a really good mix of race, age, just general demographic. So it just doesn't quite feel so, homogeneous or homogeneous or however you want to say it. It just feels like there's just more variety of people living there, which is kind of nice. HOA and structure, Lakewood Ranch. If you want to live in a community that basically has a nonstop calendar of events to take part in, then Lakewood Ranch is your destination. Also, if you're looking for something that is newer, you want to go north of Cape Coral. Lakewood Ranch, again, is sort of the hot spot for the hub of attracting people that are looking for that master plan community lifestyle. You will not get that sense in Cape Coral. Bang for your buck and value, Cape Coral. Maybe Northport, actually, Northport and maybe Parrish. But I would say Cape Coral and Northport are going to be your two best bets. But for value, Cape Coral. Shopping and dining, north. There's just not a lot of variety in Cape Coral. I mean, it has the staples, but it's not going to have that deep, rich variety that you're going to see north, specifically Sarasota area and north on up from there. You're going to have much better options for dining and for shopping. UTC Mall. I mean, most of my friends in Cape Coral travel north to Sarasota just to go to that mall. So definitely north of Cape Coral. Best area to buy a vacation home or vacation rental, maybe Cape Coral. Cape Coral has a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people there now that have vacation rentals, but it's a really hot destination for people to come to and travel to. So probably Cape Coral, although that's not to say you aren't going to see a lot of vacation rentals north of there. But as far as investing for a vacation rental, I would probably start with Cape Coral. Golfers, Cape Coral does not have a lot of options for golfing. So if you're into golfing, I would say look at a town that is further north. And last, ease of access to get in and out of the town north. Cape Coral is not directly next to I-75. I mean, it's kind of close, but the towns further north have easy access for the most part to I-75. As far as airports, Cape Coral does have a couple of airports nearby, but the towns further north do have the major city of Tampa that it's going to be a little bit closer for them, as well as Sarasota Airport, Punta Gorda Airport, which is kind of close to Cape Coral, and the St. Petersburg Airport. I hope you found this helpful. I'm Kathy McKinnon, broker and owner of Point South Realty, a real estate brokerage that specializes in real estate for seniors and retirees. And the good news is I work in all of the cities that were mentioned in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, reach out, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. For more information, please visit www.pointsouthflorida.com.